Good morning, dear students. In the previous video lecture of this chapter, Weather and Climate, we have learned the definitions of weather and climate and also the factors which influence the climate of a place. We have studied about the 3 points: distance from the equator, height above sea level, and distance from the sea. Now we will continue with the fourth factor, that is prevailing winds. Prevailing winds mean existing or current winds. Winds can be hot, warm, cool, cold, or full of moisture. They bring the weather of the place from where they are coming. Means winds जहाँ से जिस प्लेस से आती हैं वहाँ के वेदर को अपने साथ लेकर आती हैं. द विंड्स कमिंग फ्रॉम द हॉट रीजन इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द एयर. जो हॉट रीजन से विंड्स आती हैं, हवाएं आती हैं, वो एयर के टेम्परेचर को बढ़ा देती हैं. वाइल दोज कमिंग फ्रॉम द कोल्ड रीजन्स डिक्रीजेस. और जो कोल्ड रीजन से आती हैं वो टेम्परेचर को, एयर टेम्परेचर को डिक्रीज, कम कर देती हैं. The winds coming from the sea normally bring cool and wet weather. और जो सी से आती हैं वो वहाँ के वेदर को, वहाँ के कूल और वेट वेदर को अपने साथ लेकर आती हैं. Thus, the climate of any place is influenced by the winds in that area. Next is amount of moisture in the air. The moisture or water vapor in the air is called humidity. When the water vapor in the humid air cools, rainfall occurs. जब वाटर वेपर ठंडे हो जाते हैं तब क्या होता है? बारिश. Winds coming from the ocean or sea cause more rainfall than those coming from the land. जो winds सी से या ओशन से आती हैं वो ज़्यादा रेनफॉल लेके आती हैं बजाय कि उन विंड्स के जो लैंड से आती हैं. द रेन ब्रिंग्स कूल क्लाइमेट इवन ड्यूरिंग द समर सीजन. बारिश के आने से इवन समर सीजन में भी क्लाइमेट कूल हो जाता है. द रीजन्स विच रिसीव लेस रेनफॉल आर जनरली हॉट एंड dry. Regions mean areas. The regions which receive less rainfall, जहाँ बारिश कम होती है वहाँ ज़्यादा गर्मी होती है और ड्राई होते हैं वो एरियाज. Thus the amount of moisture present in the air influence the climatic conditions. Yes, dear students, you have to find the answers of these very simple questions. We will discuss with the back exercise of this chapter. Next is the heat zones. The sun is the main source of heat for the earth. Depending upon the amount of heat received from the sun, the earth can be divided into 3 heat zones. सन से किस एरिया में कितनी हीट मिल रही है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग अर्थ को 3 एरियाज़ में डिवाइड करते हैं, हीट जोन्स में डिवाइड किया हुआ है. दीज आर एज अंडर द ट्रॉपिकल जोन, द टेम्परेट जोन एंड पोलर जोन. Yes, dear students, first of all we will study about the tropical zone. The tropical zone is also known as the torrid zone. Look at this diagram. This is the tropical zone in green color. It lies on both sides of the equator. This is the equator. It lies both sides of the equator and extends from the Tropic of Cancer in the north. This is Tropic of Cancer in the north direction and from Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. This is Tropic of Capricorn in the south. This region receives maximum amount of heat and moisture because the rays of the sun fall straight in this area. Thus, the climate is hot and humid throughout the year. Next is the temperate zone. These both areas are included in temperate zone. The temperate zone lies in both the hemispheres. North temperate zone, south temperate zone. Yes, dear students. In the northern hemisphere, it extends from Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle. From Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle. In southern hemisphere, it extends from the Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle. This is the southern part, from Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle. These regions receive moderate amount of heat from the sun. Both these regions receive moderate amount of sun. The rays of the sun fall slanting in these areas. Thus, the climate in this zone is neither very hot nor very cold. Next is the polar zone. The polar zone is also known as frigid zone. This is polar zone. North frigid zone, south frigid zone. It lies in both the hemispheres. In the northern hemispheres, it extends from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole. From Arctic Circle to the North Pole. In the southern hemisphere, it extends from the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. From Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. The areas in blue color. These regions receive very little amount of heat from the sun. Thus, this zone remains very cold throughout the year. The air temperature is mostly below 0 degree, and this is the coldest part of the earth. To learn and understand the influence of weather and climate on our daily life, we will study the relationship in 4 regions. Hot and wet region, hot and dry region, very cold region, extreme climate region. Student, we will study about these regions in our next chapters. That's all about this chapter. Read this chapter carefully and you have to draw this diagram in your notebook and also try to find the back exercise of this chapter. We will discuss in our next video lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.